Hello and welcome to the podcast of the Swine Disease Reporting System number 18. My name is Daniel Linhares at Iowa State.
Hello, my name is Giovanni Trevisan from Iowa State.
Hi, my name is Edison from Iowa State.
And today we are going to discuss, we have a brand new web page, we have new content. So first part of this podcast we're going to talk about the new organization of the report and of the web page. So, and starting today, thanks to Edison here, in addition to the audio report, we'll also have available a screen and audio report, where we, in addition to the audio, we capture the reports that we're talking about here in the screen. So the swine disease reporting system, the way we reorganized, as you can see described in the report and the web page, is the swine disease reporting system consists of multiple projects that aggregates data from participating VDLs in the United States. And so one component of the swine disease reporting system is the domestic disease monitoring program, and which is aggregates data from 4 participating VDLs: Iowa State, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Kansas State. And we report data for Pers, coronaviruses, and Mycoplasma pneumonia detection by PCR-based methods, right? And then we report that as part of the domestic disease monitoring program. In addition to that, the swine disease reporting system also has some VDL-specific projects, and at this moment we have coming out from Iowa State VDL data, a disease diagnosis system, which reports disease, which is beyond just detection of the agent by PCR. In this report, see here, diagnosticians take into account all the diagnostic tests that were done and all the information that had in the submission form, and come up with diagnosis. And each time the diagnosticians come up with diagnosis, they tag the case with specific DX codes or diagnostic codes, and we use those codes to report disease detection by system: respiratory, digestive, systemic, and others, as you can see. And we're going to talk more about this later in the last page of the report today. In addition to the disease diagnosis system, we also report the Pers virus RFLP, patterns over time, geographic space, age category, so on and so forth. And there is in addition to that, there is a program to report influenza A virus monitoring over time. That's the FluSure platform led by Dr. Gauger at Iowa State. And there are some alert systems that are embedded in the reports. Those alert systems are ways to statistically ask the question, is there any significant change in pattern of disease detection at any given point in time? And when there is, we share that with you all. So that's an overview of the swine disease reporting system and the pieces of how it's structured. So coming back to the report, we're gonna start discussing here the first page, which is the Pers RNA detection over time, right? And just forgot to mention that all these redesigned the web page and the reports, they are all available in the new website, which is available at www.fieldepi.org/SDRS. So again, fieldepi.org/SDRS. So page one of the report, which is about detection of Pers RNA by PCR. Giovanni, in this page here, as a summary, similarly to what we discussed last month, it's the take home is that Pers detection over time is in the lower band here of the predicted value based on historic data. So, in other words, percentage of cases testing positive by PCR for Pers Rna, it's decreasing for all age categories here that we have in the report, and we have some multiple factors that were pointed by the advisory council as potential contributors for this lower detection of PERS. Right? Do you want to talk about those?
Yeah, pretty good amount of factors have been pointed out as contributing for the lower percentage of PERS results in this year. Between all of those factors, there is a good belief that increased herd immunity and lower number of sow farms breaking have been contributing for lower number of piglets sending out to the farm and have diminuting the number of PERS virus positive in the growth site. Associated with that, a better compliance with biosecurity practices have been helping, and new technologies like adoption of air filtration technology, the use of feed additives to mitigate the spread of enteric coronavirus may have been contributing for lower PERS virus spread via feed ingredients, and there is a high number of herds that have been using the Pers MLV vaccine, and these have been pointed out as a potential contributor for reduce the pressure of Pers virus wild type circulating in the field. So those are a large number of factors that have been pointed out. As I said, there is no one single factor that is taken by everybody as the major ones, but a contribution of multiple factors.
That's interesting. A lot of points here. So in summary, PERS detection lower may be due to improved biosecurity, including air filtration package and feed biosecurity, and also due to may be better herd immunity, including increased use of MLV vaccination in breeding herds, right? Or perhaps even in growing pigs. Anything else from this page related to PERS that you worth to mention?
No, that's it for this month.
Okay, so moving to page 2. Page 2 is about detection of enteric coronaviruses by PCR, and if I understand right here, Giovanni, the summary of this page is detection of PED, Delta coronavirus, and TGE. All those are also in the lower band within the predicted band, and so also going down compared to previous months, right?
That's correct. And one interesting factor for these agents is that the number of cases and the percentage of positive results tested weekly during July was very similar. There was not one week that had more number of cases or the other one that was with lower number of cases.
Mm-hmm. And you highlight here that TGE, we've been discussing about this, but among over 2,400 cases tested, only 2 were tested positive for TGE.
Yeah, that's
really
correct.
Low.
We have been monitoring this agent, and it is impressive how is very low the number of cases that we have been detecting in the last few years.
Yeah, all right. Good opportunity for the swine industry to tackle hard that virus. Okay, moving to page 3. Page 3 of the report, monthly report, is about detection of Mycoplasma pneumoniae DNA by PCR. And similar to PERS, similar to the coronaviruses, has been a quiet month. Detection within the predicted band. It has been that way for a number of months now, right? So
right.
Anything else to report from this page?
No, I don't have any additional information for Mycoplasma.
Yeah, just a curiosity here is I'm amazed how if you look at the Delta coronavirus, the PD, the Mycoplasma, and the Pers 2, so, it's amazing how the observed percentage of positive value is falling within the forecasted by the cyclic regression model, right? So it has been really useful to understand. In this case here, Mycoplasma, for example, it is slightly up compared to previous month, but as expected, exactly where expected, based on the predicted value.
Yeah, that's correct. We have been using this model predicting from 3 previous years, so that's a task that is not easy to do, but they have been providing some information, and the real detection on the upcoming year has been very closely related with the predicted value.
Okay, so let's move to the all-new swine, to the all-new disease diagnosis report, right? So that's a completely new, remodeled report, and so we may want to start by describing what it is about and how did you put that together, Giovanni?
This page, this new tool that we have been working since last year, prior was a pilot with enteric, respiratory, and CNS agents, and now we have been providing information of 8 new dashboards. They are based on the physiologic system, and this idea have been developed since the last year with a major contribution from Dr. Ken Schwartz and Eric Burrow from Ohio State, where they have been seeing a lot of value of organizing these diagnostic codes in a standardized format that will allow us to capture historic information, and going forward to the future, when the diagnosticians are going to close the case based on their interpretation, they are going to assign these diagnostic codes, and we can keep track on the future of these diseases. So far, for this moment, we are presenting the dashboard, but next month we are going to look for apply some algorithms for the disease detection and monitor when is normal or is abnormal the detection of some agents. So it's a major contribution. Now it has the information about single agent detection. You can find agent about multiple detection, for example, how many times Pers and influenza was captured at respiratory cases. There is a bunch of information that you can pull out from this dashboard. As it is new, it's normal to have a lot of questions how it is organized, and anyone is welcome to contact us and ask questions how can be used, what's the information behind of that. At the first moment when you see, looks a little bit scary to understand everything that's behind, but we understand that it's a useful information for the VDL clients and producers to have and compare their own data set with this one and monitor disease detection over time and be aware of something different is going to happen. So we are going to discuss more deeply next month this information about monitoring.
All right, so you said it, I said it too, but I'm going to repeat because it's very important. The major difference between this page and the previous pages is that the previous pages, they report PCR detection, and which may or may not be associated with disease, right? But however, this report here, it takes into account all the tests that were done, which may include PCR, histopathology, and other tests, bacterial culture, so on and so forth, along with the information shared by the submitter to the diagnostician. Diagnostician makes his or her interpretation and assign disease diagnosis, and that's what this page captures, the disease diagnosis based on all that information, right?
Yeah, that's correct, and it's a very important point to take in mind. An agent detection is not the same as disease detection. Disease detection is taking into consideration historical information provided by diagnostician by the submission form, the finds during the macroscopic or microscopic evaluation of the samples, and the test result that was requested for that case. So when you put all those information together, the diagnosis has a perception and evidence to count that as a disease based on all of those evidence. It's not only a single PCR detection. Sometimes you can have a PCR detection or a culture that's positive for some agent, but that's not enough information to call a disease.
Okay, so lots of information here on the disease diagnosis report. Then we invite people to play with this tool at the website fieldepi.org/SDRS, and people should just click on the disease diagnosis system or report. Okay, and then so next month we will come back to this and get deeper in some of these systems. And make the use of the alert system, the statistical alert system, to be able to help us understand what are the changes in pattern that are observed over time. Anything else, Giovanni, Edison?
No, that's it on my side.
Yep.
That's it. Thanks for listening. The report 18 of the swine disease reporting system. We will be back next month.
Thank you.